Breaking now on KHQ.
And we are tracking breaking news tonight. Fire crews from Spokane Valley, and Fire District 9 are fighting a fast-moving wildfire just north of Upriver Drive that has engulfed several homes and prompted fire officials to call for a level 3 evacuation for homeowners in that area. Good evening. I'm Stephanie Vigil, and thank you for being with us tonight. There are level 3 evacuations in place in Spokane. We're going to be scrolling them at the top of your screen. Level 3 means get out now. Team coverage of this fire starting now. Claire Graham has been tracking the pictures you've been sending in, and we appreciate it. Blake is talking about the winds, which aren't helping. But let's start with Joe McHale, who's been at the command center. And Joe, you just talked with firefighters. What are they telling you about this fire?
I think they're going to use the
Well, Steph, the latest information we can tell you right now is that this fire has grown to between 30 and 40 acres in size. Let me step out of the way so you can take a look right now at this scene. You can see quite a bit of smoke that is above that hill there in front of you, that hill that has a lot of trees. It has a lot of rocks, so you can imagine the type of terrain that firefighters right now are dealing with. Now, we can tell you that there are several structures that have been threatened. We hear several structures lost as well in this fire, and right now they're doing everything they can, firefighters that is, to get a line around this fire. They're doing everything they can to let people know if you are in the area, those evacuation areas listed on your screen, that you need to get out right now and you need to go. This is a level 3 evacuation. And once again, those evacuation areas are west of Northwood, south of Francis, and east of Upriver. I can tell you right now that a fire boss and several helicopters are dipping and using water from the Spokane River to get onto this fire. And I know that there is going to be a tanker that is heading this way. I haven't seen it out here yet, but there's supposed to be a tanker heading over here from Moses Lake. You can imagine there are a lot of people on this fire. I'm told that city is here, Valley is here, the Department of Natural Resources, as well as several other fire districts. It's certainly an all-hands-on-deck situation as they continue to get a line around this fire and as they continue to get people out of their homes safely. We're going to stay here on scene, and we'll bring you as much information, the newest information possible, as that information becomes available to us. Live in Spokane, Joe McHale, KHQ Local News.
All right, Joe, thank you. Of course, we have several crews, teams out there right now trying to cover this story for you. Level 3 evacuations west of Northwood, south of Francis Bigelow, east of Beacon Hill, north of Upriver. They are telling you to get out now. They are tackling it from the ground and in the air. We're going right now to Kelly Hatmaker, who is our content coordinator here at KHQ. And you bike in that area a lot, Kelly. There are a lot of people that use that terrain for mountain biking. Tell us what's going on where you're at.
I'm pretty much about a mile down from where Joe's located. I can actually see the entrance to Camp Sakani. This is a place that's well known by mountain bikers, by disc golfers. It's a great recreation spot. Between the camp and where Joe was located is also John Shields Park. And that's a very popular rock climbing wall. A lot of people come out here and have deep connections to this terrain. The fire itself seems to have come down the hill. It's separated from the road by a large field. The fire's on the other side of this field. Earlier, there appeared to be at least one structure behind the tree line on fire. You could see the bright licks of flame over top of the trees and the pines that are out here. The wind is coming from the river towards the hill, keeping the smoke blowing that direction. It does afford a clear line of attack for those fueling helicopters and air attack planes. I'm watching a helicopter right now take a dip into the Spokane River, trying to get more water on this fire. There was one ambulance that just pulled by me, no lights going. Again, I haven't heard from the ground crews. I've been able to speak with any injuries at this side of the fire. Here, though, there are several homes that they've parked around. It looks like they're trying to keep the fire away from. Most of the houses here are just on the outside. They're ranch houses. There's some barns. There's some utility buildings. I was told by one person who came up from Boulder Beach, a popular bathing area, that he'd seen at least one barn perhaps go up. So as of right now, though, they've been able to keep the flames on the forest side of the road. It hasn't come down all the way into the park where a lot of people have, again, enjoyed some mountain biking, some disc golfing. Those structures seem to be safe at this point.
Kelly, keep yourself safe. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Steph.
All right, we're going to toss it on over to Blake right now. Blake, these winds are not helping at all.
Yeah, and they're starting to pick up, and that's the concern here, Steph, as we go through the rest of the night tonight. And this is what we were talking about yesterday. We do have cooler air that's coming in for the rest of the week, and eventually that's going to allow us to start to cool off, get back to more comfortable temperatures. But anytime cooler air starts to move in, there's a friction there between the warmer air that brings in the gustier winds. And it's still not too bad right now. We've got sustained winds being registered at Phelps Field, which, as you know, is right next to this fire. It's just to the south of where this fire is burning. So that's a pretty accurate reading for this area. Steady wind right now, about 12 miles per hour. You also notice the direction. So what Kelly was just saying, coming from the river and pushing to the northeast. So it's southwest to northeast, meaning that this fire likely would continue to move up the hill. It's also meaning that it's going to be pushing smoke up to the northeastern portions there of Beacon Hill and northeast of those locations. So probably going to be seeing smoke there. Now that's just the steady winds. We do have a couple of gusts right now, 10 to 20 miles per hour out a little bit further east there towards Liberty Lake, but also some gustier winds kind of out onto the West Plains. So those are starting to make their way down into the lower elevations here around town along the I-90 corridor, and that's what's going to allow these winds to start picking up here over the next several hours. You can see the future cast as we go. Again, this is just the gusts. These are the gusts, not the steady winds, but as we go towards about midnight tonight, there you can see them picking up between 15 and 25 miles per hour right there between Phelps Field and Liberty Lake. Those are the two most accurate, closest reading points that we have to this fire. And then it's going to continue to stay fairly breezy all the way. There's tomorrow morning, still 10 to 20 miles per hour, and then continuing into early afternoon, 10 to 15 miles per hour tomorrow before hopefully we start to see those calming down just a little bit. But again, as that cooler air stuff moves in, our fire level, our fire danger should decrease a little bit. But it's these next 12 hours or so where the winds are going to be kicking up because of that cooler air moving in that makes it especially dangerous. We do have red flag warnings right now in central portions of the state of Washington, but Spokane County not under a red flag warning right now because the winds aren't strong enough necessarily to warrant it. But still, it does not mean that it is not very dry, very hot, and perfect conditions for a fire to pop up. Hopefully it just means that firefighters can get a good line around this fire before the winds do start to pick up even more later tonight. Steph? Yeah, fire crews definitely have a lot on their hands right now. Okay, Blake, thank you. And we'd like to join our SWX viewers right now, let you know that we are going to get into extended coverage so that way we can keep on this fire for you. A lot of folks live out in that area or at least know friends or family that live in that area. So please share this information with them. We also have it posted on our Facebook page as well. Patrick Erickson is en route. Patrick, where are you and what exactly are you seeing? Patrick, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Thank you.
Stephanie, right now I'm on Upriver Drive. We are just underneath a very impressive plume of smoke here. We actually started out west of town, coming into town. This plume of smoke could be seen for miles and miles. And anybody that lives in the area here knows that Beacon Hill seems to catch fire every single fire season. Not a fire season without something happening on Beacon Hill. This one, however, is a little bit different. This one is on the back side of Beacon Hill, the north side of Beacon Hill. Typically, we'll see them in some of the busier areas, kind of where Kelly was and the mountain bike areas, and typically over near where Esmeralda Golf Course is. But this one is on the backside, and when firefighters say they're throwing everything they have at it, that's exactly what they're doing right now. Firefighters from all over the region, all over the area here, heading to this fire to try to get a line around it, trying to get some water on it. There are multiple airplanes I can see, multiple helicopters right now, all dropping water, trying to slow down the flames here, trying to protect the structures that are in the area. There are multiple people that have been evacuated. Level 3 evacuations are in place. That means you need to get out now. Pay attention to the firefighters. Another thing that folks need to be on the lookout for, you have a lot of people that have friends, family that live in the area here that want to make sure they're okay. A lot of them want to travel out there to make sure. Don't do that. Stay away from the area. Let the firefighters have a decent access point, and they have good access and are able to get to that fire, so they're able to fight it from every single angle that they can. Again, a lot of smoke out here, a lot of traffic out here. Give the firefighters an opportunity to do their job. It's going to be a long night for them as they continue to battle this fire. Stephanie.
All right, some good advice. Patrick, thank you. We're going to check in right now with Claire Graham, who has been talking with and having folks post on Facebook their pictures, their video. We appreciate it very much. Claire, what are they saying?
Well, Stephanie, this is a huge response from people all over the area. We're seeing so many photos, so many videos, and so many comments from people in every direction of this fire. You can really see it from just about anywhere in the Spokane area. We can pull up some of the photos that have just been posted on our Facebook page. This first one's from Glen West. You can see just a huge amount of smoke that's in this area, and by the look of the pictures, you can see it's a very wooded area. There are homes nearby. There is a lot of trees. There's a lot of dry brush. Obviously, this fire is very close to where a lot of people are. Again, we've heard it's at least 30 to 40 acres. It is burning homes at the moment, but so many people are seeing this fire that it's obviously, a big concern to a lot of us. Several comments we keep seeing as well. People are saying the traffic is really bad in the area. It goes to show that's why, Patrick was on the phone with us. I mean, a lot of traffic in that area, and firefighters are having trouble getting through to this fire. So if you don't need to be in the area, please don't be. Please stay, where you are, get out of the way, and allow firefighters to do their job. There are firefighters from 11 different fire departments that are fighting this fire, with at least 40 people from each of those fire departments. So a huge response with more than 400 firefighters. I mean, they are dropping water on the fire from multiple lakes in the area with aircraft from overhead. A huge response. Let's mention this too. Right now, Upriver Drive is closed in one area. I'm pulling up information on my phone right now to share that with you. It looks like this fire started on Upriver Drive on the 6400 block, and at this point, let's see, there's upriver from Frederick Avenue on the west to Boulder Beach on the east. That's where upriver is currently closed. So if you're having trouble evacuating the area right now, you'll want to avoid Upriver Drive right there. We've mentioned the level 3 evacuations. There are also level 2 evacuations, which are a warning from firefighters to be ready to go at a moment's notice. That's for people living between Bigelow Gulch Road, Argonne Road, Havana Street, and Upriver Drive. So again, if you think you'll need extra time to evacuate and you're within that level 2 evacuation area, it may be wise to leave now just in case those evacuations are upgraded soon. But we are seeing such a huge response from both firefighters from all over the county. Essentially, all the firefighters in Spokane County are fighting this fire right now, and from people everywhere, clearly affecting a lot of us in the Spokane area. Stephanie?
Absolutely, no question. All right, Claire, thank you for that. Again, the level 3 evacuations are west of Northwood, south of Francis Bigelow, east of Beacon Hill, and north of Upriver. Get out now. We're going to keep you posted. Of course, we're going to gather our bearings right now. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have new information for you. Stay with us.